Today is September 24th, 2012, and we are here interviewing Joe Segretto at the Illinois State Library. Joe is 85 years old, having been born on...
June the 25th, 1927.
My name is Jeannie Urbanik, and I'll be the interviewer. Joe, could you state for the recording what war and branch of service you served in?
I was in the U.S. Navy, and
Where did you serve?
I served in mostly out of Cuba on Guantanamo Bay aboard ship.
And what was your assignment or your job? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was a fireman. I was below deck taking care of the engines, and we pulled targets when we weren't doing anything else. We'd pull targets for planes that bombed the targets, and we'd pull them so far back we'd never see them. We just kept a steady speed going all day long and all night long.
Did you see combat?
No
No, you
combat.
did not. Okay. So there were no casualties within your unit and you were not
No.
injured? Great. Where were you awarded any medals or citations for your service?
No, I wasn't. No.
Okay. Can you share? Well, nobody does that. Can you share any of your battle planning with us or things that you remembered outside of what you did on a daily basis?
Well, daily basis, I took care of the engines, make sure they had oil and water pressure, and it got pretty warm down there too.
I bet it did.
Stoop over to take readings on the water valves, and you had your chain around your neck that would raise up, it'd burn you. So we had to wear a jacket or a sweater underneath, or a shirt underneath it. So it got pretty warm down there.
I imagine it did. For a little bit, let's talk about personnel. And your unit as a whole. How did you get along with officers and fellow soldiers?
We got along real good. I was on a small ship. It was a seagoing tug, and it was built for power. And we had about 60 men on there, and we got along real good.
Everybody kind of looked out for everybody, huh?
Yep. You had the seaman crew, and then you had the motor pool down below that takes care of the motors and everything, and we all got along good.
All had a job to do and
We did it.
did it. Did you feel pressure, anxiety, and stress during your time in the military or on the boat?
No.
Did you keep any kind of a personal diary?
No, I didn't.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of your most memorable experiences? Things that stand out?
Well, this one time we were supposed to pull a dry dock back to Bermuda to get repaired from Cuba. And they had a brand new engine on there that wouldn't start. And they had a crew of 6 men on it. And it started sinking. So we had to take this crew of 6 men off there. And we pulled up to the dock to get the men off there. And I was down below deck. Every time the ship would hit that dock, I'd see there's rivets falling down the side of the ship.
Oh my gosh.
But it was welded too, along with that. But we stayed out there for about 30 days with that. We couldn't sink it. We tried shooting at it, and we just glance off of it. We tried depth charges, tried to rupture the tanks on the dry dock, and it wouldn't do it. So finally, we had to call in the Air Force to come in and bomb it. But we stayed out there 30 days, and our warrant officer was taking care of the food. He was getting discharged when he got back to the States, and we didn't have any food.
Oh.
So we broke into the rations, crackers and jelly.
Oh. So you probably lost a little weight during your military time.
I probably did.
Were you able to stay in touch with your family when you were in the service?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
On a regular
Wrote to him
basis?
quite often.
Did you take something with you for good luck? Or
No.
have anything that you considered good luck?
No, I didn't.
Okay, are you a superstitious person?
Not really, no.
Okay. Did you have plenty of supplies? Well, besides when the guy left.
Yes.
Did
Yes,
you
we
have everything you needed? You
Yes.
were okay. Okay.
At nighttime when you had night duty, we had a machine shop and we had a hot plate down there, and we could get sweet potatoes and make fried potatoes and something to eat at nighttime.
Very resourceful. What was the food like?
It was good. It was good food. We had scrambled eggs in the morning and bacon, and the eggs were in in containers, though. They were. I don't know if they were real eggs or not.
Okay. I was going to ask, were they powdered eggs or
Yeah,
something?
they probably were.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's switch to talking a little bit about like R&R. If there, I'm sure there were times, maybe some down times. How did you entertain yourself?
Well, we had movies on board ship. We had a big screen on the back, the fantail, and they'd have movies on there. And they'd run out of movies. They'd find another ship was going by, and they'd transfer the movies back and forth.
Oh,
And
neat.
we'd always have movies.
Were there entertainers that ever came to your ship?
No, it was just a small. It was a
Okay.
small tug. It was just for built for power.
Did you ever dock anywhere and were able to see anybody, or were you on the ship the entire time
And
of your service?
on a ship.
Okay.
It was in Cuba, but you got get off on the base, but that's about all.
Did you get leave a lot?
No,
No, didn't you? Okay, so my next question is unnecessary. I was going to ask what you did when you went on leave. Did you travel at all while you were in the service? Outside, I mean, I know you said you were in Cuba,
no,
but
no,
no other places? Okay. Do you recall any particular humorous or unusual events besides
well,
the no food thing?
I don't know if I should tell you that or not.
Go ahead.
Well, on the base, you couldn't get off the base, and they had the Air Force and Navy base all combined. And we'd go over there and drink beer, and we'd buy these cookies in these cans. And I was supposed to bring back a couple for a couple guys, but they ended up in the ocean
Whoops.
because our ship was lower than the other. We had to go up, and I didn't make it.
Oh, fun. Now, since you guys there, you said there were 60 of you and it was on a closed ship. Did you ever like, I'm sure you joked around and stuff, but did you ever like play pranks on each other or fun things that you like to tell us about?
No, we didn't. We didn't do many tricks like that. They played cards and stuff like that,
Okay.
just to kill time on their time off.
All right. Well, now we're going to get into your discharge and post-war information. Do you recall the day your service ended?
Yes,
I imagine you do. Where were you?
I, I got discharged. I got to come back from Virginia, and we went to Great Lakes. We got discharged out of Great Lakes.
Did you know you were getting discharged, or did all
Yes,
of a sudden they
yes.
tell you?
I was in for Victory in 6 months, and my time was up, so they kicked me out.
Did Well, then, okay, you just answered that question. My next question was, did the war come to an end, or had you fulfilled your military service?
I did.
So you were done. Okay. Were others discharged with you?
There was other guys discharged. Yes.
Did more come on to take over for the ones that left the ship? Was
That I
there like a
couldn't.
changing of the guard, so to
That I
speak?
couldn't tell you.
Okay. Okay. What did you do in the days and weeks after you were discharged?
Well, for a while I stayed home for maybe about a week, and then I got tired, so I went back to work. I worked in a factory,
Okay.
and I got to leave from there, and I got my job back when I came back.
Did you go to school at all on the GI Bill or anything when you got
No,
back?
no, I didn't.
You just went back to your other job.
I,
That's awesome. And how long were you in that career? Was that your
in the factory.
in the light? You,
I worked 35 and a half years
my goodness.
until they closed.
Where was that?
At Sangwell Electric.
Oh my goodness.
Then I went to work out the air guard, maintenance equipment operator.
Oh wow.
That's 10 years out there.
And now you're completely retired
I'm
and
retired.
enjoying every bit of that, aren't you? I bet. Again, back to the fact that it was a small ship and there were 60 of you. I imagine you made some close friends while you were on board or while you were in the military.
Yeah, you did. It's just like a little family when you're a small ship like that.
Did you maintain those friendships? Do you still see each other at all?
No,
Really?
I've lost. Well, I got buddies in New York, but I've lost track of them.
Really? Do you ever get together, or did you early on get together on any sort of
No,
regular, just kind of,
we just got kind of lost.
okay, okay. Did you join any veterans organizations?
No, I didn't.
Really? Okay. All right, let's see. Has your service and experiences affected your life? Do you
No,
think?
No, I think it's helped me
Really?
because I'm kind of mechanically and I like woodworking. And on the ship there, that's what that was. I was in the boiler room and took care of the engines and stuff.
Wow. Did your military experiences influence the way you think about the war and the military in general?
No, I think it has.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about?
Nothing I can think of. I joined when I was 17, and I didn't want to go in the army, so that's why I joined. And so when I got out of service, all my buddies got drafted,
Oh,
and that's why I joined, so I wouldn't have to go to the army. I didn't want to walk. I wanted to ride.
awesome. Awesome. Well, I tell you what, if you don't have anything else you'd like to say, I would like to thank you for the interview and thank you very much for your service to our country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.